Welcome back to V-Rule. Today is Tuesday, where we look at our Tuesday trends, all things going up, whether it's single cards or sealed product in the Pokemon card market. Let's dive in. So technically today is tax day in the United States, so, you know, you got that wonderful refund coming maybe for you, so go blow it on some Pokemon cards. No, I don't know. Do an investment. Do something that's going to help you or pay a bill, whatever you got to do. You don't have to blow it on Pokemon cards, but here's just some things that are actually going up in price. It's actually getting a little bit tougher, which is wonderful. A lot of sealed is going up, some singles, but for the most part, the market is stabilizing. This is a good thing to see. There's always something moving in the market, so we do have plenty to look at today. Let's start with this number here on VMAX. We are actually hitting, I think it's an all-time high here, 1742, and my goodness, $1,742 is the average price on this one. 1,700 here for this listing up at the top here. So, I mean, crazy numbers for a card, but it seems like this one might be the card of the Sword and Shield era. I'm wondering if we're going to see that same thing with it being Umbreon again out of Prismatic Evolutions. We'll see. There's still a couple more sets to go here, so we have Scarlet and Violet era to be, you know, compare and contrast, and we'll see how it plays out. There's a lot of higher dollar value cards, I think, in Scarlet and Violet right now than there are in Sword and Shield. Maybe that's debatable. I haven't done the math or done an A/B test or none of that or anything like that, but just thinking out loud at this point in time. Crown Zenith, seeing that going up a little bit here. Sealed single packs, I wouldn't be doing that very often unless you know exactly who you're buying from. It's always a little bit risky. You don't know what's going on there. You got to be careful. So just be careful. But the reality is Crown Zenith seems like it might be done. We had that Sea and Sky collection come out through Sam's Club, and now I think it's difficult to find any Crown Zenith. Maybe the occasional stock if you can find anything, but everything gets scooped up right away. So definitely slim pickings at this point in time. $9 for a pack. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. It had good pull rates. It still has good pull rates, I guess. Has good pull rates, and it's a really good set, fun set. I think they should do every holiday and specialty set just like that, if not going to the Japanese format where it's seeded for the box, so you're always guaranteed to have some fun come out of every box, you know? It'd be nice to see that exact replica done in English, so that way, just for a change, it's one product. You go nuts. It's all about the pack opening. You get great hits. You're guaranteed to get an SIR or whatever it is, you know, for that era. Like, just Pokemon, throw us a bone. A lot of us spend a lot of money. I've been spending less and less, which is great, but a lot of us spend a lot of money on this hobby. It'd be great to just have a once-in-a-while set, maybe once a year, that is something to be excited about, something that you can just kind of feel like you won out of it, you know, and the secondary market wouldn't be crazy then. It would actually level off quite a bit. Speaking of leveling off, are we seeing this price coming down just a little bit on this crazy long run up? Maybe. It's really not a big deal between its peak down to where it is now. The reality is this Pokemon Center exclusive stamped Charmander is pretty wild price here at 164 right now. So some listings are showing a little less, so you got something there. But remember, it came in cellophane. Some would be not wrapped or whatever, so I'd want to be a little bit more confident in where I'm buying from, that you have some photos of the actual card or handle it, you know, and be able to see it at a card shop, something like that. Interesting how this card really had taken off because of the trio with Squirtle and Bulbasaur from Stellar Crown. Moving on, Pokemon 151. This might be the Elite Trainer box of the Scarlet and Violet era because we're at a near $500 box here for the Pokemon Center version of the 151. The reason it's that good is, one, 151 is great. It's a great Pokemon set. Pokemon did a good job with it. Now you have the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box. You have the Pokemon Center stamped promo inside. All of those things just stack up and compound to getting to a near all-time high, 477. Okay, it had a touch higher just a couple weeks ago, but 477 is where we're currently sitting on this one. And considering even a year ago, this was a $100 box, you know, a part of you wants to think like, oh, you never know where it's going to go. But a safe bet is if it's a reasonably good set or better than that level of, you know, appreciation, the sealed is going to go up. The singles may go up, but eventually they will. So the sealed will go up. That's the safe bet. You know, you have other things where it's like Paradox Rift. Wasn't that exciting when it came out. Some cards are good. The set not overall. Printed a lot of it. It was pretty available. But now that there's scarcity, the prices are going up on that one. And then over time they will. So safe bet is to hold anything sealed from that, you know. So safe bet is sealed. And then a little bit risky is the more volatile market of single cards. So there's There's very few single cards in here. It might just be the one. I don't know where I'm at. So the rest might just be sealed here. Silver Tempest, Pokemon Center. Again, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box is a good exclusive when it came to the Scarlet and Violet era, especially because of the stamp promo, but in the Sword and Shield era, it was very minimal. You had a slightly different box design, you had different sleeves, you had different dividers, but there wasn't a whole lot more going on. Additional packs, so not a whole lot more going on. I like the Scarlet and Violet exclusivity, the way they've changed that. I think they should print more to demand and meet the market a little bit better, but that's up to Pokemon to figure that out, unless they want to hire me and I can help. That would be a great job. It'd be a wild, like my being a little kid dream job that I didn't know existed, to be working for Pokemon Company in some capacity. So, you know, that'd be cool. I'm just now stop. I'm stopping. We're looking at prices. Look at that spike. It was really about this time here that we were looking and waiting for that sell-off. Then you had Surging Sparks come to market, and then everything started selling off. Anything Pokemon Center was selling off. So anything Silver Tempest, I think the booster boxes were the last of the Sword and Shield booster boxes to be available, and those sold off, and then everything just started spiking after that. But here we are at an all-time high, $166, almost $167, with varying prices on the listings, of course, but that's available there. We have the Leafeon V-Star. I remember when I bought this, when it first came out, it seemed like a joke buying it, because it was like 50% of the people loved it and thought it was cool. The other half thought it was a ridiculous gimmick, and it was kind of made fun of a lot. And at the time, I bought a case of the Leafeon and Glaceon boxes, so 3 of each. And I held it for a while, and I was like, I should get rid of this. This is kind of a joke, isn't it? It's not a great one. Well, I never got rid of it. Stuck it in the back of the closet, whatever it is, you know, and didn't think about it much. And it's like, oh, it's sitting there. This would be nice to sell off. And really what's carrying it is not so much that it's a sealed product. That's a piece of it. But the biggest piece to it is there are Fusion Strike packs included. They did do reprints where they didn't have Fusion Strike. So you got to be careful. You might be seeing a picture of one thing and receive another. So just be careful where you're going. I would ask specifically what packs they can see inside. And usually you can make out all 4 of them in there. So are there 5? No, there's 4. 5 packs. Okay, there's 5 packs. You can usually make out the packs inside. I don't know. But we're at an all-time high here right now, $52 on this one. That seems ridiculous. Tyranitar EX box. This was an exclusive that was done through Walmart for Black Friday, so they were $20 a box. Seemed fine. A lot of people went for them at that point in time. It was really getting into the boom, just starting, and of course looking for any deal around Black Friday. A big one to go for sure. $42, a little bit more than double on its original price, so that's kind of nice. It's not going to be a high sought after product or anything like that. The sleeves aren't that exciting. The little stand, who cares? So the pack selection inside, that's what's going to carry it in price over time. Brilliant Stars Elite Trainer box. Fun little story on this one. It could be yours. I'm giving away a Brilliant Stars ETB to 1 lucky subscriber, along with 5 Pokemon mystery card lots to 5 additional winners. All you got to do is be a part of the channel, like, comment, and, of course, you need to subscribe to the channel. One last step you need to take. You got to do this little step, because I want to make sure you're entered. I'm going for 5,000 subscribers. We're very close. We have our last few chances here to be a part of the channel and get to that part, to get to that benchmark. So what you need to do is go to this video here and leave an additional comment on that one. That means you are officially entered for your chance to win one of those great prizes. A little footnote on the channel here. Today's Tuesday. I will not have a long form video for Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of this week. I know. I'm sorry. I will have my shorts come out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday, I'm going to do a giveaway. Okay? I know what videos I'm going to choose from. We're only going to go off of the long form videos from this past week. So last Friday through Tuesday. So fewer videos to choose from. All right. And I'll give it away on Saturday. Fewer videos to choose from. So if you need to be entered for that giveaway, I do a giveaway each week. Usually it's Fridays, but because of my schedule and blah, blah, Saturday will be when I announce that. For that one, go back to the last 5 long form videos. Sorry. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 5. Yes, I can count. We did it. All right. So 5 long form videos, and comment on those videos. That's your entry there, and it'll be a little bit of a random draw. If you're not familiar with the channel, just go back and comment to be safe, and you increase your odds. But fewer videos, better odds for you to win. Just a small footnote, but I will have shorts, my regular I Got It, You Get It shorts coming out on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for this week. So something posted every day, not on long form. Then we'll be back to normal resetting. Probably like Sunday-ish is a good way to call that to start off the week. Wait, we got this other stuff to talk about. Brilliant Stars Elite Trainer Box. I'm giving one away. Can't wait to do so. $82 on that one. Let's see what the booster box is going for. $293, is that right? No, okay. We are at $290. Well, pretty close. All right, and it's actually dipping down a little bit, but it's really kind of in this level off territory, so it's not going to fall dramatically. These Sword and Shield boxes are not going to fall dramatically. They're not printing them anymore. Lost Origin Elite Trainer Box at 92. That's that Giratina carrying that one. And the booster box, a little volatile in the past month or so, but we're at 382 right now here. Wow. So some lower listings, which is kind of nice, helpful. It looks like it's downward trending just slightly, and maybe that's just a softening on the market because we've been in a crazy heated market. Wild booms. All right, Astral Radiance Elite Trainer Box, getting similar there in the $70 range. Yeah, $70 on that one. And the booster box, to bring this all home here, $270, let's call it, and that's pretty much right at its peak on the booster box for Astral Radiance. These things, like I said, the sealed product goes up over time. It's usually the better bet. Booster boxes are good. It was nice. I actually dug in a little bit on Destined Rivals, and it looks like some of those crazy pre-sales are actually cooling off a little bit. So even though that set is going to be the next, like, everybody goes nuts, there's a little bit of a pause. People are coming in a little bit more cautiously. People are a little bit more reserved. I think some scalpers are stepping out. So there may be a market again soon. Could we finish out the Scarlet and Violet era with a little bit of sanity? That would be fantastic. Be a part of the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't see about the giveaways, plural, that I'm doing, go a little early in the video. And also, the little notes for my weekly posts, talk about that too. That's enough. I talk enough. I post 7 days a week, at least in some form. And this week's a little different, but I do post 7 days a week. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.